Greetings and felicitations, YouTube. Jarl of the Appian Way here. Gonna go into some dogfights as the Empire specifically, because I have some fantastic news to share. Most everybody is already aware of this, but I'd be remiss not to cover it myself. There's been a dev post from an EA community manager on Reddit that covers holiday supply drops, 2 content updates for Star Wars Squadrons. In the November update, we're going to see a brand new map, Thostar Haven, from the tutorial levels of the campaign, is going to be used in dogfight as well as fleet battles. So 4 new components. Fighters and bombers will have this boost extension kit, which just gives them full boost power as an equipment. There's the interceptors and A-wings are going to get ion rockets. Bombers and fighters are also going to be getting prototype piercing torpedoes that can penetrate a shield. All right, so a full interceptor formation. This is going to be fun. Oh, I already see my first target up there. It's out of range, but I totally eyeballed a U-wing, I think. Oh no, that was an A-wing? I saw an A-wing from that far away? Jeez. Hey buddy, what's up? What? No missile. That was an easy kill. Who's next? This guy's actually might be targeting me. I'm just gonna... I'd rather chase this guy. Oh yeah, that was a fun kill. With my last round in my laser cannons. Love that. I'm gonna go back to reading more about the update, but I'm gonna wait until I die first. But this is just A-wing field day right now. What's up? I was a bit too close to your mine for it to count. Still behind you. Oh, what the heck? What was that? That was new. Anyway, let's go finish this guy off. Nah, he's gonna survive this. Ah. Get over here. This guy's flying pretty lazy, too. I think he's got, like, all power to his shield regeneration right now or something. Again, you're too close. Oh, dang it! It caught me on the comeback. I thought my, oh, that's frustrating. I thought my, my countermeasures was going to take care of that, no problem. Alright, well, anyway. The December update is the even bigger news, alright? 2 new starfighters, alright? Yes, and it was just like I had predicted. The, New Republic is going to be getting the B-Wing, and the, Empire is going to get the TIE Defender, a favorite, absolute favorite of mine. I'm so gonna kill this guy. And rather than make new starfighter classes for the both of them, because they are very different in style, crash. Somebody please kill that guy. Ooh, ooh. Nope, I'm not gonna survive this. Yeah. I think there are 2 of them on me. 124 levels, wow. So yeah, they're rather than make brand new classes for either of them, they're going to be, that was weird. The B-Wing is going to be a bomber, as it should be. The TIE Defender is going to be a fighter, and not an interceptor. But that makes sense. It is a space superiority fighter. It should be a fighter after all. The way it was described is that the TIE Defender's key feature is that it is going to have shields, which I'll tell you right now, I could not be happier about. I miss shields so much. Really? That was nothing, buddy. What the heck was going on here with the... Is it lag? Come on, buddy. Is this your only option? Is that your only option for facing me? He's like bouncing all over my screen. Oh, that was neat. It's also gone. Gotcha.
They never stood a chance.
Yeah, I know Titan 4. Yes, the TIE Defender will be playing like a fighter, as it should. The TIE Bomber will be playing like a bomber, as it should. The TIE Bomber's one described feature is that its wings are going to rotate independently of the cockpit, which to me just sounds like a hassle. But we'll see. Let's see if that missile gets him. Oh, should have, but it didn't. The I'm glad that they decided not to make a brand new class for the two of them. The reason why is because the TIE Bomber has had a sort of mixed history in Legends, in that for a while there it was meant to be a space superiority fighter. It was like in super awesome condition. It would be super maneuverable, not as fast as an X-Wing, but really useful to... Uh-oh, this guy's got a little bit of moves. Never mind. He's going. Is this guy coming after me? I think he is. No, he is not. That's his mistake. What's up, buddy? Yep. Always be aware of who's targeting you. Come on, turn around. Oh, I got power lasers, that's why. Oh, that's stupid. Missile evaded, though. Okay, so I survived that encounter, and I have support. Let's see if that missile gets him. It did. Oh! Assist. Thank you for the work. Thank you for the help. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go get this guy. So yeah, the TIE Bomber has a mixed history. For a little while, it was space superiority fighter, super maneuverable, and then for a while it was a bomber and only a bomber, and not good at anything else. Let's go ahead and get some stealth going here. Shoot, mine. I was too committed to the maneuver. I needed to move my thumb off of my my turn, off of my yaw, to get to my B, which launches my countermeasures. That's the unfortunate aspect of flying with the controller, is that sometimes you need those thumbs to control the sticks, and not your countermeasures and other safety tools. Hello, Ezekiel. One of the reasons I'm using missiles so much here is because I need to do this for a challenge. That was a lazy maneuver. Reminded me of fighting Javes in an X-Wing. Oh no. Definitely gonna support this over here. He's done. Any second now. That mine's gonna kill me. Defeat is imminent. Oh man. I think they might have made mines a little bit faster. As soon as I saw it, I was like, well, that's done. I'm usually better at evading those. Oh, come on, team. I have more kills than the rest of you combined right now. What the heck? Ugh. Ugh. This is not the way I wanted to deliver this news. Well, if anything, I'm demonstrating why it's so important that the Empire gets a space superiority fighter with shields. That is what I'm doing here. Especially with these mines all over me. I think all of these A-Wings are just mine junkies. Oh, for the love of Pete. Oh my god, I got through that mine. Oh, thank you. Alright, well, that's the end of that. Unfortunate, but hey, there it is. So, yes, the TIE Defender is going to be... It's going to really fill a niche, especially for me, in the Empire. I am never going to fly a TIE Fighter ever again if I can play a TIE Defender. How I imagine it's going to fill that role is it's going to play almost exactly like an X-Wing in this game. It's going to have the option of ion cannons as a primary weapon choice. I'd like to see having dual primary weapon setups. I think that would be a really neat feature, and both the B-Wing and the TIE Defender could benefit from having a sort of dual primary weapon lineup, where you have on your primary attack you have your laser cannons, and on your alternate attack you have your your ion cannons or something. I think that would be really neat to see. Because the TIE Defender and the B-Wing are both super offensive weapons, right? That is how they're designed to be. The B-Wing, I'm sure the way it's going to play, it's going to be much more maneuverable than a Y-Wing. I mean, everything is more maneuverable than the Y-Wing in this game right now, in the current state. But the B-Wing is going to be much more fragile than a Y-Wing as well. So here's some bits from the Wikipedia entries on the two craft as it pertains to Legends. And the reason why I'm looking at the Legends information is because this game takes most of its inspiration for the gameplay from Legends era Starfighter knowledge, meaning specifically X-Wing and X-Wing versus TIE Fighter and TIE Fighter, those series of games. So the TIE Defender, let's look at that first, since I just did a game there where we could have benefited greatly from having a TIE Defender. I'm pretty sure everybody on my team was an interceptor, and that just made us fodder for mines the entire time, even me, right? A TIE Defender is going to be much more survivable, probably even more survivable than a TIE Fighter. Oh god, it should be anyway. The TIE Defender, originally designed as part of like a weapons project under a man named Zarin, who would later betray the Empire. It was basically a means of taking the lessons learned from fighting the Rebellion. The Rebellion had shielded fighters with hyperdrives, and it was basically making hay with the Imperial Starfighter Corps. So what they did was they took all of the best things that they already had in TIE Fighter technology and twin ion engines, and made and took all of the maneuverability of a TIE Fighter or a TIE Interceptor, and then married it with all of the utility and power of Rebellion Starfighter. And this is what they came up with. They came up with the TIE Defender. The ship itself has a bevy of weapons. All right, it's got 4 laser cannons, 2 ion cannons, and 2 multiple-purpose warhead launchers. So it would traditionally carry like 8 concussion missiles total, or it would carry 6 proton torpedoes, which is the exact same complement of an X-Wing plus 2 ion cannons. All right. It also had the option, and this was used a lot in the TIE Fighter series of games, of equipping a micro tractor beam projector, where it would lock the enemy target in its sights. Not like it would hold it there, but it would just prevent it from maneuvering. So yeah, that's the TIE Defender. The B-Wing, like I said, it's had a mixed history, but what the lore kind of settled down onto before Legends really wrapped up was that the B-Wing eventually does replace the Y-Wing. Its armament, it's going to sound very, very similar. Are you ready for this? It has 3 ion cannons, a heavy laser cannon, a pair of twin auto blasters, and a pair of proton torpedo launchers. Sorry. So it had 3 lasers, 3 ions, 2 torpedo launchers, and it would carry up to 8 heavy proton torpedoes. So you're going to see proton torpedoes as a component for a B-Wing for sure. I don't think you're going to get actual bombs with this bomber though. I think it's going to behave much more like a distance launching platform, especially with the knowledge that they've put in the piercing torpedoes to go through shields. I have a feeling the B-Wing is going to take advantage of that a great deal. So yeah, it has, for lack of better words, it has 6 cannons and 2 warhead launchers. The TIE Defender, 6 cannons, 2 warhead launchers. See what I'm getting at here? The two have very similar armaments, and I was worried that they were going to make like their own new starfighter slot for them and just kind of wave the magic wand and call the B-Wing like a space superiority fighter, just like the TIE Defender was supposed to be. But here's the problems with the B-Wing. The B-Wing is fragile, for lack of a better word. It had a lot of issues with its with its gyroscopic technology, with its rotating wings. It had issues with getting maintenance because it would literally land and park laying down on top of one of its wings, which would make it harder for engineers to reach the middle portions of it. Let's see here. I think it even, if memory serves, I'm going to see if this Wikipedia entry mentions anything about it. Basically, what it boils down to is that it was notably difficult to fly because you had to relearn a lot of starfighter maneuverability when your wings rotated independently of the cockpit. But also, it lacked speed and agility. Let's look at the Reddit post. What they said specifically about the TIE Defender and the B-Wing. These two starfighters are, and this is a direct quote, these two starfighters are as powerful as they are iconic, though understandably balanced out for the purposes of the game. That's an important, really important sentence. The B-Wing will be categorized as a bomber-class starfighter, and the TIE Defender will be a fighter, each being able to use the components relevant to their faction and class. So they'll also come with their own unique aspects in line with what you'd expect from them, such as the B-Wing with its gyro cockpit and swiveling wings, and the TIE Defender with its shields. These functions are a couple of unique components that will help them differentiate themselves from the other starfighters in their class and factions, but we've also made sure they aren't outright better by default. Another important sentence. There's still going to be good reasons to pick a Y-Wing over a B-Wing, or a TIE Fighter over a TIE Defender, and vice versa. It'll depend on your playstyle and what the situation calls for. So, for a TIE Defender to fit in this role of a fighter, and not just completely outclass the TIE Fighter, I expect to see less hull, more, obviously it's going to have shields, and less capital ship damage potential. The TIE Fighter has the barrage rockets, it has the ion torpedo, it has the proton torpedo. All of this is stuff that it didn't have in canon, but hey, we have fun with it anyway. Those features I don't expect to see on a TIE Defender. On a TIE Defender, I would expect to see some more of like the Interceptor's weapon lineups. However, that being said, the Reddit post does say that they will be able to use the components relevant to their faction and class. So, if you don't change the components of these ships, though, I don't see how you can make them feel truly and wholly unique. It feels like the only thing they say that they're going to change is going to be like hull speed, acceleration, maneuverability, and shielding. The 5 primary traits of a starfighter in this game. So, I don't know. We'll just have to see. But I can tell you this, regardless of what the component situation is, just simply having shields means you will see me in a TIE Defender all of the time. I vastly prefer having shields to the power swap. The power swap is okay, but the shields gives you the survivability and the ability to you know, turn back and adapt as you start getting shot at. Case in point, standard TIE Interceptor, 775 max hull. 775, right? An A-Wing with shielding, alright? So the A-Wing has 500 hull, 500 shield, so it can take 1,000 points of damage. The Interceptor is 775. The Interceptor can heal some of its hull damage, yes, but the A-Wing has shields. I don't know how better to describe it than that. Like, you could just take the time to fully charge your shields and just survive. The shields come back faster than hold points. They come back much faster than hold points. Anyway, I've said my piece. I've looked at the stats. I've broken them all down. Hopefully, I'm covering up all of what's actually on my screen right now, which is just looking at statistics with more gameplay footage of me actually doing a good job in a TIE Fighter. That's what I really want to do. I'm going to do some TIE Fighter gameplay. I'm actually going to go record some of that right now and cover all of this up. I hope you all enjoy watching that in this timey-wimey nonsense. Ta-ta. Love you all. See you in the next video. Enjoy the footage if it's still going.